January 14th, 2014. I woke up in my 5th treatment center from a relapse that almost killed me. In and out of hospitals and doctors' offices, I found myself homeless on the streets of Charlotte at 18 years old. My name is Chris Love, and this is my brave. So the truth is, everyone, is that we're in the middle of a crisis, right? We're in the middle of an opioid crisis. And if I could just do something real quick, anybody who has ever loved someone, been affected by, worked with, or loved somebody who has been affected by drug addiction, please raise your hand. I want everyone to look around for a second. That's almost everyone in the room. Guys, today I'm here to break stigma on drug addiction, because something that we thought that only happened in the bad side of town, right? You know, that's not the case, right? It's in the school systems and it's everywhere, guys. And today I want to share a message of hope for anybody who is struggling, and hopefully I can do that today. So growing up, I was diagnosed with ADD, depression, anxiety, all of that. And at a very young age, and I started hanging around kids much older than me and started to succumb to peer pressure, okay? And I was eventually introduced to drugs and alcohol at 15 years old. And what started as a weekend thing turned into an every single day thing. And by the time I was 16 years old, I was physically, mentally addicted to drugs and alcohol. And so as my addiction progressed, right, I started to lie to everyone. I started to cheat. I started to steal from my family, eventually getting to the point where every single night I would go into my mom's purse really late at night before school, take out her debit card, withdraw hundreds of dollars, which I would give to the drug dealer the next day on the way to school to support my habit. So as my addiction progressed, it got to the point where I was using in school. My grades started to slip and eventually school was not a priority, and it got to the point where I was expelled from my sophomore year of high school. Okay, so now I'm at the point where I am not in school, and every single day I'm doing everything I can to catch the next high. And eventually, I come home, right? I come home from all of this at late times of the night, leaving my parents worried where I am or if I'm even still alive. Until one night I come home and the doors are locked. And my family said, "Chris, we love you, but we cannot watch drugs and alcohol slowly kill you." And so this was a very powerful thing. It was one of the hardest things that my mom said she ever had to do, right? But it was the most beneficial for me at that time. And so now I'm 18 years old, homeless on the streets of Charlotte, at a level of hopelessness that I never thought possible. For the next couple of years, I'm in and out of treatment centers, detoxes, and doctor's offices, and all of this. And then I make a decision that changes the rest of my life forever. At 20 years old, I make the decision to choose recovery. February 14th, 2014, I chose recovery, and it changed my life forever. And today, guys, I wanted to share something, because today, my life is dedicated to helping those who have struggled with drug addiction and mental illness. Today, I work as a substance abuse counselor for a nonprofit organization in Charlotte. And today, I'm super, super grateful to be able to work with North Carolina's first recovery high school that's opening next year in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we can all agree, right? We can all agree that this is something that is much needed. This is a much needed service in Charlotte, because that's where it starts. That's where it started for me, guys. And if I were to be able to have this growing up, I could have saved myself a lot of pain, right? I could save myself a lot of pain to be able to give these kids the educational piece and the recovery piece. So today, guys, recovery is possible. For anybody who is struggling out there, recovery is possible. There's hope, okay? So if anybody in here is struggling, I will be outside there after the show to talk to anybody who wants some hope. I love you all. Thank you.